This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be exceedingly glad in it. God is a good shepherd. He never leaves or forsakes us. He's still taking care of us. He's still defending us. He's still making a way for us. He's still leading us. He's still providing for us. He's still giving us everything that we need, could ever want. He's even keeping us calm in the midst of chaos. He makes us lie down in green pastures. God is a good shepherd. He leaves the 99 for the one. Even if you the one that's lost, he gonna stop worrying about the 99 who good. He gonna come get you because you the one that's gone or whoever is gone. So man, this is the day. Let's just rejoice and be glad, man. We got breath in our body. We can see, talk, walk. Come on. The list goes on and on. But let's get into this script. Let's get into this word, man. Talking about handling unexpected detours, right? It's one thing to know that the unexpected will happen. Yeah, it's one thing to know the detour is coming, but what happens when unexpected detours happen, right? So that's what I'm gonna be talking about today. All right. So let us go. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Let's get into this word. We at Safari. All right. So boom. Let's start. Let me start off with the script. The scripture that is coming from. It's coming from Exodus 13, chapter 13, starting from verse 17. Right. So what does it say? What does it say? It says. Nope. I don't want that view. Damn. It says when Pharaoh let the people go, let me give you a backstory. I'm sorry. So, God's chosen people had been in slavery for quite some time, and Moses was the chosen one to help get God's people out of slavery into their promised land, right? But obviously, well, not obviously, but there was a ruler, King Pharaoh, who was not allowing God's people to be set free, keeping them in slavery for whatever reason. He wanted to keep them in the slavery. And then now God is leading his people. Well, Pharaoh temporarily was like, okay, I'll let you people go. And these people knew they had been going through like they it had been rough already. They had been facing barriers and kickbacks and things that hadn't been going their way already. Trying to get out of slavery into the promised land. But now, so there were already barriers and stuff like that in place that had already been happening that they could, that they were experiencing. But now they're supposed to be going on this journey, but now it's about to be even a longer journey than they had anticipated and expected, right? So now this is where we are. Pharaoh let the people go. God did not lead them on a road through the Philistine country, though that was shorter. He didn't let them take the short route. Why? For God said if they face war, they might change their minds and return back to Egypt. Egypt was where they were in slavery, in bondage, right? So sometimes people, you know what I'm saying, the road get tough, road get hard, and you know what I'm saying, it's not going as planned. And what do people do? They go back to a level of comfort. They go back to what's easy, what they already know, instead of that land that they have imagined or that they foresee themselves being in. So God didn't let them take the shortcut because, they was gonna face a war and they were gonna run back. Right. So God led the people around by the desert road toward the Red Sea, took them to the sea. The Israelites went up out of Egypt ready for battle, right? So that is the script that this is essentially coming from, right? So let me go ahead and share my screen. What is a detour? For some people who don't know, a detour, I mean, we have this sign as usually on the streets whenever, it says a detour is a longer indirect route taken instead of the main road, often due to construction, accidents, or closure. Right. So in this case, it wasn't no construction or accidents or closure, but it was just that God changed their path, taking them on a longer path because again, there was some stuff heading in their path that the easier path that they might have not have liked, and God knew their heart. They knew they would run back to slavery, and that's not what God wanted for His people. So this relates so much to us today. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody wants what they want today. They want what they want yesterday, right? If they it would have been had 30, 20, 15 minutes, hours, days, years ago, right? But if it's easy, everybody would do it. Is simply put, it's not that. So, I mean, we And when you mature in your life, like you understand that like, hey, it's gonna be some things that don't go as planned. It's gonna things gonna take a little bit longer. It's gonna be adversity, barriers, right? Everybody knew that. But what happens when like you're in the process and it's still delayed? Like your trading journey is still slow. You progressing in your job is still slow. You getting to wherever God has given you in vision is still slow, right? Right. So God is a good guy, right? God is the one who already know what's ahead of us. He knows it's gonna be a pothole in the road. He knows it's gonna be some construction, right? So we gotta trust in God, simply put. But these detours happen. God gives us detours for a few reasons, not only because he wanted to make things difficult, but because he knows what's ahead. You know what I'm saying? He know that like again, like the Israelites, they were not going to fight, right? And he didn't want his people running back to their old ways. A lot of times people run back to the old ways. So sometimes we got to expect these detours, but he puts detours in our place to save us, right? I have it here to save us because why? Sometimes people are blinded by what they see in front of them, right? They might think sometimes people will come in front of the roadblock and be like, oh, I can't get around. Let me go back. Well, no, you can. You might be blocked here, but you can make this left, make another right, and then you make another right and beyond all this stuff, right? And sometimes detours are designed to prepare you. One second again. Yeah, sometimes detours are designed to prepare you, right? Like the point in case the Israelites, they still had the slavery mentality. They still wanted to think that slavery was easy, where instead of holding on to God's promises and you know believing and trusting in Him and His ways and conforming to His saying His likeness and image, they still wanted to be back in that slavery mindset. So that's why the Israelites were actually in the desert. And that detour route for 40 years, 40 years, right? Sometimes that's why the God gives us detours in our lives, right? I might be having to take like for me, I thought trading was gonna be easy. I was gonna learn it in a month, 2 months, year, 2 years most, right? And I was gonna be off to the races. But it was still a lot of stuff that God had to work within me, right, to be the type of trader that one glorifies Him, and then that is consistently profitable. Like it's one thing to be profitable, but to be consistently profitable, that's a whole different level of mindset and behavior that I have to have, right? So whatever vision, business, relationship, anything that you have in line, like mind, right? God can give you detours, right? Because you might not be prepared, right? Some people want to get married. Some people might want to start this business. Like it's so many times that God detours us, right? Not only to slow us down, but to prepare us to be the type of person that we need to be, right? Because you can't be a millionaire still not budgeting your money. You can't be, what I'm saying, a six-figure guy, what I'm saying, and still living paycheck to pay. Like, I mean, you can, but like it doesn't make sense, right? So that those are backwards, and God doesn't desire us to, be a certain type of way, to be in poverty, to have certain mindset. He desires us to, again, be of abundance, right? Because God is a God of abundance. So simply put, that's exactly how it is for us. So last but not least, I'm gonna just say God places us, then prepares us, right? He puts us in that environment and then prepares us, right? A lot of times we want to have a full understanding of what's going on, how do we do it, how's it going to work. God just saying, trust me. You just like when we were kids, not everybody trusts their parents, but a lot of people trust their parents, right? You might not know how, when, where, but your parents got you. Same with God. We, what I'm saying, with our relationship with Him, we have to be able to trust Him that He's going to direct us as a good shepherd. He's going to be there for us, and He's going to prepare us. So instead of complaining and whining, why me, ooh, boo hoo, why is this? Why is that? What's going on? Right? No. Be grateful for what you do have a right attitude, and then, you know, just be grateful for the journey because God's going to prepare you and make you more and more like Him. God says in His word, He who began a good work in you will complete to the day of Christ Jesus. So God is working on you. Don't ever forget about that. You know what I'm saying? He's making you more and more like Him each and every single day, right? Um, the rest of the world might not get it, but you know what I'm saying? God is doing an amazing thing in you, and whenever every time you know what I'm saying, you're more like Him and you're doing things like Him. Hey, that's the win in your book in the kingdom of heaven, and you know what I'm saying. God is going to be ever proud of you. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be stacking up the riches in heaven, which far surpasses everything that we have on earth. So this is a small recap, man. Expect detours, but expect unexpected detours, right? And when you have those detours, have an attitude of gratitude. Have a good mindset towards them. Don't blame nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Understand that God is preparing you. Understand God is, you know what I'm saying, he providing a way for you. And you know what I'm saying, he's either keeping stuff from you on purpose so that way you don't have to deal with certain things. Because again, we can't see everything. And then he might help you close doors on purpose, open up new doors, that's better doors, you know what I'm saying? So expect these detours and know that God is just doing amazing work in you, for you, through you, and the story is not done. So y'all stay blessed by the best. Thank y'all for this video, watching this video. Uh, God always, God always.